Welcome back. It's your host, Sabotage, and this is another another UFC talk. When we talk some UFC, which we have a pretty good amount to talk about, because there was epicness all around this UFC card. The tough finals were today. Tough as in tough enough. Obviously, Juliana and Kamaru's brother were both both won the tough finals. I actually don't watch the tough shows, but they have the tough the final fights on a fight night, so I usually catch those anyway. So I mean, I guess that's cool. I mean, his brother looks kind of scurry, to be honest. As in, he looks like he's gonna be a problem for that heavyweight division. And he's his younger brother too, which is crazy. Cause I thought, I mean, he looks like the older brother, as in Muhammad Usman. Then we got some good fights coming up, as in or the next week's fight night. Marlon Vieira versus Dominic Cruz, which should be pretty good right there. Not too sure about the rest of the cards. I haven't actually looked too deep into that card yet. Nina Nunes, Amanda Sis is gonna be fighting in that card, I guess. I'm not sure if I've watched any of David Onama, if I'm pronouncing his freaking name right, that is. But I guess he's fighting as well. Angela Hill back at it again with early prelims this time, though. Not too sure about it, because I don't even remember the last time she won, to be honest. But not trying to set any hate or send any hate any fighters' way. But Jeff Neal, man oh man, that man's got them hands. I'll tell you what, he was rocking Vicente Luque. Not looking too good of a year for Vicente Luque, which is crazy because how many was it last year? He was looking like a contender, and now he's not looking like a contender anymore. Because I mean, back-to-back losses, one against Mohammed Belil Mohammed, the Shara gangster, and one against Jeff Neal, which Jeff Neal just looked freaking awesome, to be honest. Just man, I mean, his nickname is Steel Hands or some shit like that. I mean, the way he was punching, looking like he did have steel hands for Vicente Luque. I'm a fan of. I mean, who isn't a fan of Vicente Luque? The style of fight of Vicente Luque. He's more of a stand-up guy. I mean, most Brazilians are Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu guys, BBJJ guys, but still, he's more of a stand-up guy. That's why you want to actually watch one of his fights. And like I already said about them tough fights, as in tough in Juliana Miller. She looked pretty decent, to be honest, but they had the promos and all that stuff, and she made it seem like she doesn't really know how to fight like that or not. But the thing is, I didn't really watch Tough, as in the series and all that stuff. I'm seeing right now, and it's a post fight. I think it's on UFC or UFC ESPN Plus Live. Jamal Hill, he's in an interview right now. Kind of want to watch it, but I'm doing this right now, and I got that on mute. His face kind of looks a little bit busted up, man. That fight was awesome. Jamal Hill was like that. The very ending of that fight was like when a good character or the like in a scary movie when one of the characters trying to get away, and then the bad guy like just gets him and just pretty much kills him. That's pretty much what that the ending of that fight just reminded me of. It's kind of hard to explain, but he was trying to get away, as in Thiago Santos was trying to get away, but Sweet Dreams was like, nah, I'm about to give you these hands, and pretty much just kept going at him. He looked like he had no energy. I mean, if you've seen an athlete just like literally use up all of his energy, and he was just throwing hands and using whatever hammer fist, just whatever he could use, and he got the job done. That's what you want to do, and he got the job done. I mean, his takedown defense does need a little bit more work, but to be honest, in the beginning of the fight, it didn't look like that at all. Like in the if you watch the very beginning of the fight, you would think he doesn't need any work on his takedown defense. Maybe it's because of the energy, and this was Sweet Dream's first ever 5-round fight, so maybe that could be the reason. And I mean, he was scrapping. The thing is, for me, I was like, man, if it goes for all 5 rounds and it's going the way it's going, as in the beginning, then the fight is going to end with decision and Thiago Santos is going to get the dub. And that's not how it went down. Thiago just couldn't help himself and he had to scrap. But then again, Jamal was actually putting the pressure on and he wasn't allowing him to. Then again, he also, as in Thiago, also tried so many different takedown attempts. He actually completed a lot of them, but he couldn't keep him down. That's the thing right there. If you keep him, his defense, his offense or defense is pretty decent, I guess. Not great, but probably needs a bit more work. But that should be, that should come with the future, or a little bit more work in the gym. But Sweet Dreams striking, obviously, pretty good. Which is the crazy thing is Thiago and Johnny Walker had a fight, was like about a year ago, and it was considered one of the worst or probably worst main events in a while at that time. It was a really bad fight. I had thought it was a bad fight, and then I went on social media, and they confirmed. Sometimes you want to see or hear other people's opinions. Instagram, see, but I'm like, yeah, that was a pretty. I wasn't tripping. It was a pretty bad freaking main event. But yeah, he knocked both of them out. One of them TKO, but the Johnny Walker TKO was freaking crazy. The way he bounced backwards and all that stuff. Other fights, literally there was no and then the Terrence McKinney submission was pretty crazy. Terrence McKinney, I would actually have to look at it. I thought he had the one loss. I forget who that loss was against. This one was Arrogance. Yeah, see, his last fight was actually a loss. I totally forgot. It was against Drew Doba. Santos Ankalaev. That was not too long ago. And Drew Dober actually fought not too long ago. I totally forgot about that. I knew he had a loss, but I wasn't 100% sure on that. There's so many damn fighters in the UFC. It's kind of hard to keep up with everything. One of them fools. But yeah, T-Rex is what? He's only lost one in the UFC. I thought he had lost 2. TKO against Drew Doba. Then he had the canceled fight against Zem. If that's how his freaking name is pronounced. I'm not 100% there, ladies and gentlemen. But yeah, lost to Drew Doba. Come back and have that very nice submission against that fight. The majority of these fights actually didn't last too long, which is pretty. I don't know. Sometimes I enjoy that. It's one after another fighters are going down, and that's what you. I mean, the crazy thing about early prelims, it's like sometimes they're the best part of the freaking show. I enjoy them sometimes more than the actual main, because the main, it's like these guys. I mean, I don't want to go too far into saying that it's actually like, obviously, the main cards are main cards for a freaking reason. But a lot of times, these guys in the earlies are trying to show or, make a point and show that, they could hang. Which fighter, Corey McKenzie, what is he, from Wales? She had herself a pretty good fight. I somewhat enjoyed that one. In a way, you can enjoy those wrestling matches where one fighter is just so much more superior on the grappling side compared to the other, which that was Corey's. But that I guess we have somebody pretty decent in the strawweight that we can look forward to seeing as in court. Any fights? Sato, Brian Battle. That freaking, I totally. That's the thing with me is I totally forget about, like, I'll literally be watching an hour going out. It'll literally pass by and I won't even remember it. I actually have it. The TKO posted on this TikTok, and I have it posted on the Instagram and the Facebook page. It's all over the place. That one kick, straight kick it wasn't a straight kick to the face. It was more like I can't even get the name of the kick, but crazy kick right to his face. It was to the jaw area. It was a punch and then a kick. That shit was most definitely beautiful. One of the nicest. Actually, it was probably that Michael Chandler kick. That, and there was something else that was really nice, probably for TKO of the year. And then I can't even pronounce his name. Michel Ola something. Another Polish power guy. Sam Alvey knocked him out. Just there was no contention, no nothing going on there. He had Sam Alvey down right off the bat. Alvey got back up, and then they went down again, and that was pretty much it. So another Polishman. That was pretty much the early. I think there was one more. Yeah, there was another one. Bueno Silva. That was another early stoppage against Edgar. I think none of these went. Did any of them go past second? No, none of them did. All of them were either first, and one of them went to second, which is pretty freaking crazy. That Edgar one, I think this is my first time ever seeing them going to the replay. They doing that soccer style. NFL going to the booth, which I don't know how they saw it, to be honest. Well, obviously, there's the judges and all that stuff are ringside and stuff, so they probably have a good view of it. But they all said that they saw. I think they kept calling her Edgar, but it's spelled Egger, Igra. I don't know. I can't fucking pronounce that freaking name, but it's Stephanie Egger. Yeah. Some people can pronounce that pretty bad. But yeah, Mara Bueno Silva with another dub, which was pretty quick, to be honest. That fight didn't last. Like I said, the majority of these fights actually didn't last too long. If anything, you were just watching a whole bunch of commercials the majority of the time, which is pretty cool. The other thing with the Thiago Santos versus Jamal Sweet Dreams, if it was a 3-round fight, I don't see it. I don't see Sweet Dream actually winning that, but that's the other thing. It's probably a whole different fight if it goes to 3. Nothing similar to how it goes down in a 5-round fight. You're The camp is probably different, and you have a different game plan. I'm guessing, only guessing, ladies and gentlemen. But yeah, that's gonna be it for today. Been going on much longer than I wanted to, but things keep coming to me, and I'm like, yeah, let's talk about that. Let's talk about that. Let's talk about that. But yeah, that's gonna be it for today. It's been nice. We have another one of these other days or before or after a fight night. Marlon Vieira fight night. Marlon Vieira. Yeah. This is Dominic Cruz. Both of these guys are commentators. About to have the commentators in the main event. Them G's. All right, Sabotage out.